I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Pull a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 165. I am in normal clothes tonight, so we can battle.
We back, yeah, for sure.
Thank you to everybody that's tuned into the live stream tonight. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms.
Can we just talk about something real quick?
What?
Yo, we have the best intro in the game.
I know.
I mean, just everything going on with the intro, the whole clip, the fucking song. I mean, yeah,
Best song out.
I mean, what a way to start an album. I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I blacked out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping.
It's the best.
Like who? Like that's fire, bro. That's a way to start an album, man.
We listened to it in AC going to the card show.
That's different.
Haven't stopped listening since.
Should have fire.
All right, so football is back tonight.
It is.
So we have football every week from now until February. I'm looking forward to that. Tonight it's the Jets versus the Browns. Aaron Rodgers isn't playing. Deshaun Watson isn't playing.
Right.
It's Zach Wilson versus Kellen Mond. Anything excite you about this matchup tonight outside of just football being back?
You know what's surprising me? I feel like why wouldn't Rodgers play? Because it's just an extra preseason game, but wouldn't you get more reps with a new team?
Yes, I kind of feel like both of them should, even if it's just a series.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a series. Like
I feel like Rodgers could benefit from it because I know he's been doing it for 20 years, but I feel like Rodgers could benefit from it because it's a whole new team, whole new system.
Yeah.
So I feel like, every rep matters. And then for Watson, just to get his feet wet a little bit. I mean, like I said, we talked about it last episode, 9-month layoff after, basically had 2 years off.
So what's the point of preseason being 5 weeks?
Yeah. Well, no, preseason's
or
only
4 weeks.
It's only 3 weeks now.
Oh yeah. They cut it down. That's right. They did cut it down, but
and
still,
eventually it'll be 2.
But still, that kind of proves my point. Like these game reps kind of matter, right?
Absolutely.
Like that's how I see it. So I don't know. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I know the history behind the Hall of Fame game. All the backups kind of play, the second strings, whatever. Cool, but like to kick off a season, man, let's kick this shit off. You know what I mean? Like let's get it cracking out here. Let's go see some shit.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing if Zach Wilson, if he looks sharp. I mean, Kellen Mond is Kellen Mond. You're not really going to get much out of him. But for Zach Wilson, I feel like this is a big opportunity for him to showcase that he's still got some juice. And I don't want to say validate while he was the second overall pick, but like,
oh no, he has to validate it.
But look, if you have Rodgers there for 2 more years, that's great for him because he can learn for 2 more years from an excellent quarterback. But by the same token, like he should be able to go into a preseason game and tear up a second unit.
I agree.
Like he absolutely should. Like if he plays the half or he plays a quarter, you got to score.
Yeah,
you got to have good drives. You got to be able to thread some needles, throw in the tight windows, show some promise, not to unload them.
Not gonna lie, this is a golden opportunity for him to really showcase his talent and really kind of put himself in the trade market too. Like I feel like this could give him this could give him an opportunity for another team to go look at him and be like, yo, I think he could be that number 2 overall pick that they picked him up to be. So this is a golden opportunity for him to really showcase who he is and who he can be.
I like that idea too because you know who's going to need a quarterback next year? A team that's ready to win now. Not definitely, but the Niners. If Brock Purdy doesn't pan out, they have Darnold and they have Trey Lance. Trey Lance obviously stinks. Darnold is what he is. But if Zach Wilson shows something in the preseason, something happens to Rodgers, he comes in, you never know. But maybe he could showcase himself and the 49ers take a stab at him.
The NFL changes quick.
That's
you know what I mean?
I
mean, look at Geno Smith. In a blink of an eye, he just became like one of the, I think he got 50 million.
Look at Jared Goff.
In a blink of an eye. And you're like, what? Geno Smith? What?
Jared Goff was a top 10 quarterback last
year.
By you could argue top 7, top 8 by all metrics.
Right.
So I just feel like
this is a great opportunity for him, man. I hope he shines, dude.
I don't think Zach Wilson, I don't have anything against him. I mean, last year he was putrid, but I just like
what?
I hope he gets it together and he comes out here and shows some stuff. Like I almost felt bad for him, to be honest, because like he played really bad.
Yeah, he was pretty bad. And in New York is a big spotlight too. That's not a city you want to crumble in.
And the other thing is too, like Garrett Wilson's numbers. Think of his QB play. 1,100 yards. I think like 10 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
do you really think he's him?
Yeah. We'll get into that. But so yeah, not much to look forward to tonight outside of football returns from now until February.
They're about to kick off right now.
Can Zach Wilson show anything that impresses the Jets?
I don't know. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have a hunch. I feel like I root for stories like that,
of course,
personally. So I'm gonna side with Mr. Wilson Hill.
Let's stay with quarterbacks, because apparently Justin Fields is receiving the most MVP bets this offseason. Are you buying that hype?
Where does it come from?
I'm glad you said.
Is it just based off hunch?
I think it's based off of athleticism.
I think it's based off like highlight reels.
It could be. I mean, again, like I'm looking at. Well, there were no highlight reels from last year.
Well, no, there was, of course. Yeah, they're correct.
But my point is that
Lamar Jackson did it that way.
When I see Justin Fields in practice and he's throwing great throws, like, okay, but you have no pressure in your face and it's one-on-one. Like, you should make those throws.
And you're wearing shorts.
You should make those throws. So those things don't impress me. I don't know why he's receiving the most MVP bets this offseason. I really don't. And that's not to say that Justin Fields can't have a great year. But to elevate into the MVP with Burrows and Hurts and Allens and Herberts and things like that. Did I say Mahomes?
The only way I would see this is possible, and we talked about this last podcast, if they got a running back like Jonathan Taylor, that would change the whole complexion of their offense. And then he can get a lot more, credibility, because I think the Bears will be a pretty solid team. So if they win, he's going to get a lot of looks, right? Like, that's how I see it. So I think he could win the crowd in that way. The problem is that they don't have Jonathan Taylor right now. And I don't know. I'm not a big believer in Fields. I think he's a really good runner. I think he's a great athlete. But when I watched him last year make some throws, dude, it was like,
the throw that
Zach Wilson could make those throws.
The throw
in my
that
opinion,
comes to mind every time is when Kmet was wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, wide open.
It was 7 yards past them. And you're looking at him and you're like, dude, you're a first-round pick.
Right. And he was wide open. Like, it was like,
it wasn't how the hell thread a needle.
It was almost like, yo, he fixed. It's the NFL's fix.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looked like. It was like, whoa, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Like I said, for Fields, for me right now, he's a great fantasy option because he's going to run all over the place.
Yeah.
You can make an argument he's the best running quarterback in the league because most of his plays last year were running.
I would say Lamar is. Josh Allen's up there too.
Yeah.
But Lamar's number one.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. But he's in that group.
Yeah. He's definitely in that group
of runners.
Yeah.
But again, like you said this, and it was a great thing that you said the other night. I want to see that guy play the position. He's not a running back.
Yeah.
So I don't want your best asset to be your legs. I want your best asset to be your arm.
You're more exposed to get hit.
Yeah.
You want to put yourself out of harm's way. You play 17 games now. Like, there's a lot more at stake. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, there's a lot more a higher percentage chance that you're going to get hurt, possibly. Yeah, I hate to say that it's just the nature of the game.
Yeah. For me, I'm not buying into that hype. I think he can make improvement. I think the Bears will improve overall. They got DJ Moore. Their offensive line improved.
What do you think about that? DJ Moore. Do you think he could be the number one?
I do. I think DJ Moore, I don't want to say he's fantasy proof because last year he didn't
slept
have that good
on?
Year.
Because I literally, to be honest with you, like when I say, oh yeah, they have DJ Moore, it's like nobody's like, like nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah. No, I like DJ Moore this year. I think he can do well. I know a lot of it's going to come down to, can Justin Fields throw him the ball? And like I said, going back to it, I'm seeing great throws on Twitter and clips, but it's one-on-one. So I don't know, but I'm intrigued by DJ Moore this year because I think DJ Moore is a great wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think Justin Fields is awful.
No, me either.
You know what I mean? I don't
think he's awful.
He's
it's
not
just
polished.
I didn't see enough.
The only flash I saw was him running.
And that's why I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm scratching my head. Like, where is these MVP bets coming from? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't see it happening, but the only way is if they get a running back and Jonathan Taylor, that would change their whole offense and they would probably win a lot more games.
I just thought of this. You know who did the same exact thing last year? Who had the most MVP bets in the offseason? Do you remember? Zach Wilson.
What?
Go look last year. It was Zach Wilson being bet like Justin Fields.
He had the number one.
Yeah,
he was the highest bet.
Was just like him. He was receiving all the MVP bets in the offseason.
Oh my God, Vegas cleaned up. Yo.
That's what I'm saying. So everybody thought that Zach Wilson was going to break out because his first year was decent.
Yeah,
and he just totally regressed. But there was film on him, things like that. Zach Wilson isn't a huge runner,
right?
So, and then he got injured a little bit. He messed his knee up in a preseason game. So, but Zach Wilson was like the betting favorite to be MVP in the offseason.
I love it. I love hearing this because like all the people that buy like the $10,000 sports cards of his rookie auto, bro, it's insane, bro. Imagine dropping 10 bricks on that shit. It's not even worth like a brick now. He's dropping five figures on a card.
Was he going that much?
Absolutely.
That's insane.
It was crazy. And like I laugh at people like that because it's like, yo, you deserve to get burned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, you play with fire, dude. Like that's it. That's what you get.
Yeah, because it's not necessary.
No. And like, not for nothing. He showed flashes in year one in his rookie season, but it wasn't
not
like,
enough for 10
oh my
grand.
God, like, yo, the Jets are up and coming. They're going to go to the Super Bowl. It wasn't like anything like that.
It was just like, all right, he could play a little bit.
Yeah. Like he had talent.
Yeah.
You saw the number 2 overall pick when he was playing. It was like, all right, if he could develop another year and get better and take another leap, they might have something here. Yeah. But they didn't.
Yeah. But I want to pivot a little bit right now because we got to get to your man, Bill Belichick. He doesn't commit to Mac Jones when asked if he was the QB1. He said all 90 guys are out there competing. That's what we're all here for, is to go out and compete. He's such a douchebag.
I love this though, man. This is so BB right here. This is so Belichick.
And that's why he's ass.
I love it. No, he's not ass.
He's ass.
He's ass.
That's why he's ass. And that's why the Patriots are in the situation that they're in.
No, the reason why they're in the situation they're in is because the competition's so goddamn fierce and the quarterback is just, he's not there yet.
He's never going to get there.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
No, because after his rookie year, he did him a disservice. And this year, he's doing him a disservice again. Commit to your 15th overall pick 2 years ago. A guy who's made a Pro Bowl.
Everybody's competing, Mike.
Come on, bro.
He's setting the tone for the whole roster. That's what he does. He doesn't mean it like...
Throw some support behind your first-round pick from 2 years ago that had a great rookie season, and then you completely put in a hole.
But how do you blame him, though? How do you blame him based on his history?
He made the hires.
But that's how Brady got found.
But he made
that reason that switch where he was like, well, look, it's an open competition now. Brady won the job. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. He went down. Brady took over. Then Bledsoe came back in the playoffs, and then Brady was still the starter.
But if you believe
that's the reason why.
If you believe in Mac Jones, he's coming off a struggling year. You should commit to the guy.
PTSD.
You should commit. You should commit to the guy. I think it's messed up. You should commit to the guy, show him you're behind him, and not play the psychological warfare with him. It's not fair to Mac Jones because last year wasn't Mac Jones's fault, and you know that.
I agree with that. I like Mac Jones though. I'm not a Mac Jones hater. I like Mac Jones. I think he could play.
Mac Jones is a good.
The problem is I don't think he's there yet because he doesn't have the proper weapons around him to make him to be successful.
That's also Bill Belichick's fault.
But I mean, look, they swung a miss for the Hopkins.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, and that happens. I mean, Hopkins had but look, just because a player doesn't go somewhere doesn't mean that Belichick did something wrong. Maybe Hopkins just liked Tennessee a little bit more because of the area. Well, that too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Bill Belichick could have found money for him.
I know, but like he doesn't roll that way. Maybe
are you trying to win or are you trying to keep your ego inflated?
I know, but the problem is when you have that limited cap space, you're strapped. So it's harder to make moves during the season when you're cap strapped.
I don't want to hear that.
But that's
not. You found $50 million for Jonnu Smith.
Well, that was a bad signing. I don't disagree with that.
But you can't find an extra $2 or $4 million for D-Hop? You're out of your mind, dude. They could have structured something to get D-Hop to commit.
What was he getting? 2 years, $20 million?
2 years, 20. Yeah, and I think he got 2 years, 22 with the Titans. So
he got 2 years, 26.
Okay, so if they were offering him 22 or 24, but my thing is okay, so Bill Belichick couldn't find any money.
$3 million more a year.
But you know what that is? That's Bill Belichick's ego saying, I have to win this.
I don't think that's ego though. I just think they swung and missed. Like I think everybody overthinks it because they just have well, Belichick just has his reputation of him being an asshole and him lowballing. And I get it. Like, all right.
Everybody's out here competing. All 90 guys. That's what we're here for, is to go out and compete.
That's exactly what's wrong with that. Are they not there for it's a job?
They are, but throw some support behind your guy.
Well, it's a job.
You drafted him.
It's a job.
It absolutely is, but you can throw support behind your guy.
I don't disagree with that, but maybe he thinks it's an open competition. Who knows? Like, what if it really is an open competition?
I saw Frank Reich come on there, stand in front of the media and say, Bryce Young's our guy. He's our QB1.
Well, yeah, they drafted him number 1 overall. That's completely different. That's a franchise changer. 15th overall was like, whatever, we'll see.
He took you to the playoffs.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's the thing. Like, I get it, but like, that's just how they run business.
And that's why they're falling behind.
Outside of Brady, I mean, come on, what is he going to say? If you say that with Brady was there, that come on.
No, I know. I'm just
then he would have to get his head examined. But at the same time, it's like, it's Mac Jones. We'll see. Because Bailey Zapp played really well.
I know. I was an advocate last year saying that Bailey Zapp should have started because Bailey Zapp produced more in those 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. So yeah, they're out there competing. I mean, like, what's wrong with what he said? What if it really is an open competition? That's all I'm saying.
But here's the thing.
In his defense.
And I know what you're saying, and I agree with you. But my point is that it's an open competition, but it wasn't an open competition going into year 2 because Mac Jones saw success. But the reason Mac Jones didn't see success last year wasn't because of Mac Jones.
Well, Bailey Zapp did. That's where I'm like, okay, like,
all right,
maybe they're competing. You know what I mean? They had the same squad.
You kind of make a fair point.
And that's where I'm like, all right, dude, like maybe it really is an open competition. And it's like kind of like, you know, in the hush a little bit. But he's blatantly saying, yo, everybody's competing.
Well, I mean,
because if Mac Jones fucks around and plays the first preseason game and throws a pick in his opening drive, I guarantee you Bailey Zapp's going to have more of a bigger window to 1,000% to climb through it.
1,000% because he's going to have Mac Jones.
Oh, absolutely.
Bill Belichick is going to make Mac Jones be on a short leash. If he struggles in the preseason, he's going to be on a short leash because, again, I believe Bill Belichick is on the hot seat. And I believe a 7.5 win total, if he's under that, I'm telling you, I believe in my soul, dude, Bill Belichick is out.
Bro, this is the same guy that gives out just random jerseys to the rookies. Like, it would be a quarterback wearing 55 at practice in a red jersey because he makes you earn your number on that team. That's how he is.
And I don't think that part is bad.
I don't think so either. But like, I think if I think like psychologically, if he said, yeah, Mac Jones is our guy, maybe he thinks Mac Jones ticks under pressure a lot better and performs a lot better under pressure than he is comfortably. In my opinion.
Maybe. Yeah, no.
That's how I see it.
Those are valid points.
That's how I see it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to like, but this whole thing about Belichick being a dickhead and all this, like, yo, like, I got to be honest. I don't think Mac Jones is the slam dunk week 1 starter here.
I think
he should be. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, if he struggles in the preseason and Bailey Zapp plays, extremely well, I think there's a window there for him to actually take over. Possibly.
If Mac Jones loses his starting job, his career is over. He's a career backup.
They said that about Geno.
Well, and look but Geno's been a career backup.
In fairness, I want to see Mac Jones with a good ass wide receiver.
I have the opportunity.
I honestly, I really, really do, because like I feel like we're always going to be left with the question, what if?
We are, because
and that sucks because like I actually think he can play. I think he's smart. I think he's a leader. I mean, dude, he went to the Pro Bowl, 2 years ago.
I know, as like the 7th reserve, but nonetheless.
So what? He made it.
Nonetheless, he made it.
Bro, he had a good year. He made the fucking Patriots go to the playoffs.
I understand that, and that
under Tom Brady's shadow, that's got to mean for something.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then year 2 was horrible because he did a disservice to him.
He didn't have an offensive coordinator.
That means something when you're in your second year. Everybody always talks about a sophomore slump to begin with. You didn't do him any favors. And then it's like now year 3, it's like, oh, everybody's out here competing. I just feel like he should have, like, I don't want to say sympathy. I just don't have the term right now. But I'm just saying, like, come on, dude. Get behind your quarterback and show him something.
I'm not mad at it, though. I understand them. That's why.
I hate the way Bill Belichick operates.
That's okay.
Yeah, I
actually kind of appreciate it. I don't know. I kind of like the old school mentality because, like, he's saying, "Go, this is a job." Dog.
The problem is that the old school mentality doesn't work anymore, and it's been proven.
Maybe. Why?
I mean, the whole league's running away from the Patriots.
I mean, look, the Patriots just have a lack of talent.
We laughed about this. When was the last time you saw the Patriots? The last time the Patriots had a 7.5 win total was probably 1998.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, we were 7 years old, dude.
Wow. Is that the last time it was?
I'm guessing. They were never a 7.5 win total with Tom Brady. Tom Brady got there in what, 99?
Yeah, they never were.
So the year before, when did they get Bledsoe? 98 or 99? 99.
98.
Did they get him in 98?
Mm-hmm.
So I would guess 97 before Bledsoe got there. So 6 years old.
Yeah.
They never had a win total that low. Their win totals were 12.5, 13.5. They took them off the board in 2007. You couldn't even bet them anymore because they were friggin' 14.5 point spreads every week. It's crazy, dude. It's wild.
Well,
that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's the Tom Brady effect.
Yeah, but yeah, that is true. We're definitely seeing that.
100%.
I mean, because like, dude, he a guy like that stepping into your locker room, that just does wonders for every single level of your team.
Totally.
The training staff, the whole building changes, you know? Like when a guy of that stature walks into your building, it's different.
So
not to gloat about it, but that's real.
But yeah, no, I totally
agree.
Look
at the Bucks, but the first year they won the bowl, cuz.
I know.
That ain't,
and they started out 7-5.
What the Bucks? They had the worst fucking winning percentage of all in sports.
The Succaneers.
The Succaneers.
I want to stay on coaches and quarterbacks right now.
Goat.
He is the GOAT.
Fuck.
I want to stay on quarterbacks and coaches right now because Sean Payton commented about Nathaniel Hackett saying it was the worst head coaching job of all time. Then Aaron Rodgers got heated and said to keep my coach's name out of your mouth, called him insecure. I love this Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers might be a top 5 quarterback for me now. That's how much I love Aaron Rodgers on the Jets.
I have one problem with the comment.
What's up?
And then
give me all your thoughts on the situation.
Outside of this, I have no other problem. The only problem I have is Sean Payton is really fucking trying to ruin this dude's career, like in the future. Because, you know, when you say somebody is like the worst head coach of all time, and they, you know, then they go to the Jets, you know, right? He's with the Jets now as an offensive coordinator. Say they go to the Super Bowl and win it, and they have success in year 2 and year 3. Now he's going to have a lot more opportunities in the open market to possibly get another head coaching position. Now, I think these comments kind of like may steer GMs away because I think a lot of people respect Sean Payton's opinion.
Me too. My opinion. And you know what's crazy to me is like, I get on Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick I just think is an asshole, but my most hated coach in the NFL is Sean Payton. Even when he was on the Saints, I just can't stand him. I think he's a dickhead. Yeah. I think he's smug.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that that's unnecessary. And I think Aaron Rodgers hit the nail on the head there. Somebody that's as accomplished as Sean Payton, and I would make the argument that he's underaccomplished because he had Drew Brees.
I agree, and he was 5-7 in his last 12 playoff games.
And then he had back-to-back 7-9 seasons with Drew Brees. And you know, my thing is with Sean Payton, we talked about this before about overrated, and like I don't know if I would go that far, but Sean Payton is like I think he underachieved with the Saints. I truly do. I know they were good for a long time.
I agree with you. I think Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
He got no MVPs out of Drew Brees, and he got 1 Super Bowl.
That's not fair though, because Drew Brees should have won at least a couple of them.
The dude threw 6,000 yards a season.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but my thing is with Sean Payton is like Aaron Rodgers said it perfectly. A man that's as accomplished as that has to go and tear somebody else down for his insecurity. I just think it's crazy. I want this team to fail so bad, the Broncos, between Russell Wilson's bullshit and now this with Sean Payton.
Yeah, because you hate Payton and you don't fuck with Russ. So, yo, that's the funny thing. Like,
I want this team to fail so bad because I just think like there was no reason for him to do that.
You think they're going to be ass?
Who?
The Broncos?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Russell Wilson's done. Russell Wilson has had 2 straight years of mid-level quarterback. Well, 1 year of mid-level quarterbacking and a year of bottom 5 quarterbacking.
Yeah, that was really bad.
And you think he's just automatically going to turn it around? I don't think so. And he's in that division.
That's tough.
You're in a division with and you're in a loaded AFC.
The Chargers.
He's not even a top 10. He might not even be a top 10 quarterback in the AFC.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. We got to dissect that.
We do. That's something.
That is.
Mahomes,
oh, yeah. Let's do that right now.
Mahomes. Burrow. Trevor Lawrence. Justin Herbert.
Josh Allen.
Is he better than Tua right now? No, he's not.
Okay. I can rock with that.
That's 6.
Who else? Who else? Dude, this is good. This is really good. So we have 6 right now?
Yeah, we're at 6. All right, so at best he's 7. Right?
You think so?
Oh, no, wait. He's not better than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's in the AFC.
Yeah.
So that's 7.
Trevor Lawrence?
I said him.
You said him?
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is on the Jets now. He's in the AFC. That's number 8. And then, is he better than Jimmy G? I'm just playing.
Yeah.
He's better than Jimmy G. Well, no, last year. Let's talk about it. Jimmy G.
I don't know. I don't know. That's hard, bro. Because I fuck with Jimmy G, man.
I know.
Like, yo, he was never some ass like that.
I'll tell you this. Deshaun Watson's better than him, too.
Deshaun Watson?
Right now, I would take Deshaun Watson over Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah, me too. I would, too.
So, there you go. So, Russell Wilson, at best, is number 10.
Wow. You want to talk about fall from grace?
And I just don't think that Sean Payton's just going to come in here and turn that around and make them magic. They're in a really tough conference and a really tough division.
I agree.
And what if the Raiders are all right?
They could be. They could be sneaky. Nobody's talking about them.
What if the Raiders are okay?
Nobody's really talking about them.
If the Raiders are a 7-8 win team, they could cause problems for people.
Yeah.
Especially in those divisional games. Mainly against the Broncos, because the Broncos would be, at best, they're the 3rd best team. They're not better than the Chiefs and not better than the Chargers.
Do you think that would keep McDaniel's job, or he's automatically going to be gone?
What?
McDaniels. If they were to have a bad season like that, like 7-10.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think that?
If they won 7 games, I think that would be enough. I think they would get a rookie quarterback and see how he operates with him, and then I think that would be it for him.
I disagree. I think they would get a new head coach and they would get a new quarterback in one shot. Personally,
maybe I don't know.
I actually think McDaniel's is kind of just walking on a tightrope right now, and he
probably because they underperformed so badly.
It's either if they make the playoffs, he saves his job. If they don't, he's gone.
It depends on how the team plays, though. Like last year, they blew 3 17-point leads.
That's true. That is true. That's a good point.
So last year was bad, but if they're losing close games and they're losing by 3,
and they win like 8 and 9, they win 8 and 9. That would be respectful. All right,
and you're doing it with Jimmy G, who people don't think is that good.
I think it would still be toeing the line of him keeping his job, though.
And he's another quarterback. He's not better than Ryan Tannehill.
That's arguable.
Ryan Tannehill was a 1 seed 2 years ago.
That's true. That is true.
Ryan Tannehill goes to the playoffs.
But he was all right.
He's a mid-level quarterback, and that's fine. He wasn't a bottom 5 quarterback.
I don't know. I would take Russ over Tannehill personally.
I think it's close. And but my point is in that.
But yeah, he's floating around the 10th.
It's still a discussion.
It's an argument.
Absolutely. And if you're just judging it off of the last 2 years, Ryan Tannehill has been more successful than Russell Wilson in the last 2 years.
That's true.
Absolutely has. So
but I'm talking about upside. I think I would lean towards Russ. I think I would take the gamble that I'm going to get the Russell back of the old I already know when I'm getting Tannehill.
Russell Wilson to me is 34 years old. He's reluctant to run now. I think the Broncos are in for another tough season. I think they're a 6-7 win team at best. And I think that they come out of the gate, they have an easier schedule. So they might be 3-1, 4-1. If they're 4-1, 5-1, okay, you got something. The back half of their schedule is difficult, but
confidence is key, though. If you're 4-1, I think that team would be rolling a little bit.
Maybe, but here's also the thing too. Russell Wilson's going to have a lot of pressure on him. Can he handle that? Russell Wilson, I think, is one of the people. He's got some of the biggest pressure in the league.
I mean, look, I look at it like this. He has pressure on him right now. So if he's starting out 4-1, he's handling it well.
Depending on the teams that they're playing.
Right.
So
but still, a win's a win in the NFL.
Absolutely.
It don't matter how you get it, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you want to get to the playoffs. That's the main goal. So you can get that.
Like they start out with the Raiders, then the Commanders, and the Dolphins are their first 3 games. They could be 1-2. Absolutely could be 1-2. Then you got the Bears, the Broncos. The Jets, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Vikings, the Browns, the Texans, the Chargers, the Lions, the Patriots, the Chargers, and the Raiders.
Wow.
Good luck in those last 9 games. Good luck. Because look, their defense is going to keep them in it because they have a good defense.
That's a gauntlet.
Their defense is going to keep them in it because they have a top 5 defense.
Really good defense.
But if Russell Wilson could be a top 15 quarterback, you have a chance. Do I think he can get to that level? I don't know. That remains.
They got to run the football.
They do, but they don't have running backs.
Well, they got Javonte Williams.
They do, but he's coming off of an ACL. Can he handle the workload again?
See, why isn't the same being said about Breece Hall?
It is. He's not even going to be ready. That's why I think they're trying to get Dalvin Cook because he's not even going to be ready to open.
So, all right. Well,
we're getting there.
We're getting there. Let's go.
So yeah, that's what I think. I think Sean Payton's a clown. I can't stand him. I think he's a cocky asshole. He gets everything he deserves, and I hope this team falls flat on their face.
I'm right with you, dude. Yeah. I 100% agree.
All right, now let's move into the AFC East. Let's break this down.
Let's do it, man. This is the good division right here. This is the best division in football, honestly.
Ooh.
This is the best division.
What about the AFC North?
AFC North?
Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, and Browns.
It's solid.
Four
I
potential
actually
playoff
think
teams?
I think this
But this is tough too. This is tough too. All right, so the Bills are favorite to win the division at plus 120. Jets are plus 250. Dolphins are plus 290, and the Patriots are plus 800.
That's fucking crazy.
Bill
dog.
Belichick is so good, man.
Hey, yo, plus 800 is insane.
That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Who do you think has the best value here?
I gotta be honest, it's the Dolphins.
Absolutely.
Plus 290. Like, I don't know. The favorite, if you look at the schedules, everybody's got a tough ass schedule, but I really like Miami's chances here at plus 290. I think that's the absolute best value. I'm getting 2 explosive wide receivers. Tua is the only question mark with his health because he's literally a concussion away from possibly retirement. But other than that, I mean, this team's loaded. I'm going with the Dolphins at plus 290 all day.
Yeah. To me, it's the Jets. I love that. Look, the Dolphins are a good value, but it's the Jets to me because I think the Jets are better than the Dolphins. And I mean, obviously, by the market is saying it too.
Not close though. It's very close.
It is close. It is close.
Yeah.
I just think that for me, I do understand the Dolphins angle on here. We're about to get to them in a minute. And I could go more in depth here, but I understand the Dolphins angle, but I'm going with the Jets because I think the Jets are going to be good this year. So I think the Jets with plus 250 would be my best bet.
Okay.
Who do you think wins the division?
I got the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are winning the division.
Really?
Yeah, just a hunch. I just do. Patriots have no shot. I look at their schedule. They might be lucky to win 6 games. I'm serious. I had the Patriots going 6-11 this year. And I think 6 might be actually like being generous a little bit. If you look at their schedule.
Their schedule is hard,
bro.
I know. And
it's like,
bye, Billy.
I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it. That would be
6 games?
really stupid. Anyway, but the Dolphins are to me, they're the best. I think they're the best team in division. I look at the Bills schedule, brutal. Jets, they start off like pretty easy.
They bottom.
But then after that, it's pretty steep. So, I see a lot of like losses in a row for them. And I think the Dolphins can open a door and really surprise some people. I really like the Dolphins roster. The only thing I'm concerned about with them is just their running back. Mostert's good, but I think he's pushing like 30 now.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't pick the Bills. I'm dead ass serious. I'm not even like trying to play here. I'm really shocked.
Raheem. He's 31, just like me. He's great.
I love Raheem.
I love Raheem too, but I just think they need like another running back that can actually.
I'm really shocked, dude.
Take over.
You're not going with Joshua.
No,
you're not going with Josh Allen. That's crazy. I'm not going with Josh Allen either. I'm going with the Jets and Aaron Rodgers.
That's fucking
division.
crazy.
I'm guaranteeing that shit.
Wow.
The Jets are winning that division.
All right.
100%.
Cool.
I love the Jets this year. And the way Aaron Rodgers is coming, the way he's coming out now with the chip on his shoulder, mad, angry, he's got a lot to prove. Aaron Rodgers is going to be on one this year. It's going to be my first time I'm ever rooting for him.
That's amazing.
It's going to be the first time in his career that I've ever rooted.
You know what I call them?
Huh?
Fool's gold.
We'll see. We will see.
Fool's gold, bro. I'm telling you, man. Look, I like his attitude this year. I think he's moving a little bit different, and I'm like, all right,
he's moving way different.
And I like it. But look, dude.
Yo, jet up.
Jet up. Look, we did that last year.
Jet up.
That's crazy. But look, who do they actually realistically have that really scares the fuck out of me on the offense? But outside of Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard,
he's gonna have a good year. Lazard's a good receiver.
He's gonna be just like he was in Green Bay.
No, he's not, because he's not gonna be the one.
Well, was he the one when Devontae Adams was there?
No, but wasn't he hurt?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, so
I think he's an all right receiver.
They got Corey Davis. Like, what are we talking about?
Yo,
he's all right.
Corey Davis is loaded with talent.
He's all right.
He just never.
He's all right.
Puts it all together.
Yeah, he's always kind of injury riddled too. But outside of that, the Jets have to stay healthy. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I have my doubts. I really do. They're like, I talk about the offensive line.
So are the Jets and the Dolphins the same thing for you?
What do you mean?
Doubts about health?
Yeah, I think so. But for me, I think the Jets are a little bit more hype. Like, everybody looks like Aaron Rodgers, and they're like, oh my God, you got Breece Hall, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Like, I get it, dude. Like, Garrett Wilson's great. Like, he is. But, like, a wide receiver is not going to take you all the way to the bowl unless you have a Cooper Kupp. Like, and I don't see that happening. Like, I don't know. I mean, because my thing is like, obviously you're going to become more predictable at, you're going to Garrett Wilson.
Let me ask you something.
Like, to me, I feel like teams are going to scheme it up a little bit better than just fucking covering them one-on-one.
Let me ask you something. If the Raiders are ass, right, in the midseason, Aaron Rodgers took that enormous pay cut. Could they trade for Devontae Adams?
They need him.
If you put Devontae Adams on the Jets,
they need him. I think they need another playmaker.
Good night, Irene.
Like, I like Alan Lazard, but like,
he's a regular receiver.
You know what I mean? Like, I like him. I think he's talented, but I want somebody that's gonna just fucking pop along with Garrett Wilson. Then you got something.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, because now, like, yeah, the running back becomes important, but now I got two weapons on the outside. I have my tight end in Conklin, like, which he actually ain't that bad. You know what I mean? Like, so
Conklin's pretty good.
He actually ain't that bad. Yeah. So it's like, all right, then you have something. Right, because if we're talking about the devaluing the running backs, you could plug fucking Michael Carter back then, and you're gonna be having success.
I think they should get Dalvin Cook. I think Dalvin Cook will be a good pickup for them. It keeps them away from Miami, and now you don't need to rush back Breece Hall.
Yeah,
you could split them. Dalvin Cook is older. You got two young guns not two young guns, but you got two downhill runners that could go.
That would be a really good
shifty. That would be a great tandem for them.
Yeah,
I think that's a great pickup for them.
I actually think he probably will go there. Actually.
It makes
eventually.
sense.
I could just see him in the Jets.
Yeah. The over/under win totals for this division: the Bills are 10.5, the Jets are 9.5, the Dolphins are 9.5, and the Patriots are 7.5. What do you think? Bills over or under?
Over under 10.5. I got the under.
So do I.
I have 10 and 7.
I'm around 9 wins.
That's fucking ludicrous, bro.
I'm around 9 wins.
Their schedule's tough, but man,
their schedule is
really
tough.
Devalue them, bro. That's crazy.
Their schedule is tough. They were noisy as shit. They lost Leslie Frazier. They lost Brian Dable.
They got a good squad, bro.
All that Stephon Diggs noise. They did not improve at wide receiver 2. Did they improve at running back? Kind of.
What do you mean? They got Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis is a mid-level receiver. Dude.
Stop.
Gabe Davis ain't no better than Alan Lazard.
I would take Gabe Davis over Lazard.
But I'm saying they're in the same proximity. They're not one is not light years better than the other, and you know that. You know this.
Maybe
my ass. That means yes. You just can't fully bring yourself to say it because you know I'm on my shit.
I think Gabe Davis has got a way higher ceiling than him.
I don't worry about ceilings.
Oh, I do.
Oh no, I don't. I go by your production and what I've seen. And what I've seen is that Gabe Davis had 1 4-touchdown game, and everybody jumped on him and said, "Oh my God, this guy's the next fucking big thing." Blah blah blah. And he was regular.
That was me. That was me. You can say my name. I don't have a problem.
Well, what's understood doesn't need to be said.
However, you can say my name. I don't have a problem with it. I'll stand.
Everybody was jumping on Gabe Davis when he had that 4-touchdown game.
To me, that doesn't do anything to me.
Everybody was jumping on Gabe Davis last year when he had that 4-touchdown game, and last year he shit the bed.
What do you shit the bed? How? Well, I mean,
he was a regular receiver, bro.
He was all right.
Know damn well Gabe Davis and Alan Lazard are the same damn guy.
He was all right. Okay. But I like Gabe Davis better than Alan Lazard.
Jets 9.5. We're moving on. Jets
9.5. You want my honest opinion?
Go ahead. Say
I got the unders.
All right, I got the overs.
I got 9 and 8.
You're gonna be
crash landing.
Yeah, I cannot
Bulls
wait.
gold.
I cannot wait to I just can't wait to just go crazy for this. I can't wait.
The 9.5. I mean, look, see, like, this is what I'm saying. Last year we had a discussion about this. About when you said the Raiders, where was it? Over under 8.5?
8.5.
And I was like, what? 8.5? I would take the overs all day.
And I explained it to you.
So
I screamed at you.
So now the same logic is applying now with the Jets. Yeah, because you're saying they're a Super Bowl contender. Aaron Rodgers is coming back with a vengeance and all this other shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, bro, but 9.5, that's a pretty small win total to me.
Let me sit up so I can take you to school real fast.
Yeah, go, please.
So here we go. When the Raiders their year previous, the Raiders were 10 and 7.
Yeah.
They added Devontae Adams and added Chandler Jones, and their win total dropped a game and a half. That was my logic on that, which I read perfectly. And I kept saying, you're not adding those two guys and your win total is coming down by a game and a half. That didn't make any sense, which is why I said, pound the under on that. The Jets last year were 7 and 10. So now you added Aaron Rodgers and it went up 2.5 games. That makes sense. The logic behind that makes sense. He's worth about 2 to 3 games. It's just pick your poison on what you think Aaron Rodgers will be.
So if it was 10.5, what would you say?
10.5? I would say over because that would be too high of a number. That's a really high number.
So this is a really low number to me.
No, I think that's an honest number, a 2 to 3 win game.
I don't think so. You're getting a back-to-back MVP.
Nick, that was 2 years ago.
I know, but no, it was actually
2 years ago.
A season ago.
Yeah.
Okay, well it's not too far, right? But Aaron Rodgers, you're getting Aaron Rodgers on his team.
He also won 8 games with the Packers, who were not that good. He had a rookie wide receiver.
I think 9.5 is low. That's what it has my eyes pop.
So
like a snack on spinach.
Like, see the Dolphins at 9.5. We're gonna go into this right. Hey, yeah, it caught me a minute. It took me a minute to get that. So I think the Jets are properly rated. I'm going over because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a fantastic year.
Okay, cool.
Dolphins 9.5.
Over.
I'm saying under because that's too low. It's too low. You added Jalen Ramsey. They won 10 games last year, and you're dropping them a half a game. Why? That doesn't make sense to me. You improved. You have Tyreek Hill coming back. He's familiar. You have Jalen Waddle in his 3rd year. And you're telling me that team is 9.5? They almost won a playoff game against the almighty Bills with Skylar Thompson. That number's too low. That looks like, let's pound the over. Sorry on that. I'm dropping them down. I'm staying under that.
Too much.
When I think, I'm on.
Listen, man, don't overthink it. The Dolphins are going to be fucking good.
We'll see.
They got a loaded squad.
And
Tyreek Hill is talking about he's going to have 2,000 yards. I kind of believe him.
Tyreek Hill is also smoking wet. He's not having 2,000 yards.
I kind of believe him. He's so good, dude.
I know that, obviously.
He's
2,000 yards is insane. Dude.
It is insane, but it's doable. It's doable because you have the extra game. I know Cooper Kupp, yeah.
Cooper Kupp didn't have 2,000 yards.
He didn't. That was crazy.
And Cooper Kupp was like,
he was like
$150 every week.
Yeah, he was $150
with 12 catches.
He really was $150.
And then last but not least, the Patriots, 7.5.
I got the unders, man. I hate to do this to them, dude. I really, this pains me, man. But they're gonna be ass, bro. Their schedule is fucking hard.
Like even look at that. They open up against the Birds.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's just they're in a they have a schedule
every week, week in and week out. It is absolutely.
I mean, look at this, dude. The Eagles, the Dolphins, the Jets, the Cowboys, the Saints. Bro, they could legitimately be 0-5.
Yeah. And then the Raiders.
Then the Bills. Then the
Dolphins.
The Commanders. I think the Commanders are being slept on this year. The Colts. The Giants. The Chargers. The Steelers. The Chiefs. The Broncos. The Bills. The Jets. You're right, dude. They might not win 6 games.
I was being generous. Because I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but goddamn, dude, I'm looking at it even more and more and more, and it's like, I honestly, I can't. I could probably pick out 2 games that could probably be a gimme.
Colts and Giants.
I would say Colts and the Commanders, and the Raiders,
depending on what the Raiders.
Yeah. Like maybe so, like 3, 4. I see 4 solid wins, but outside of that, dog, they had their work cut out for them. And I feel bad, dude. They play on Christmas Eve. That's going to be they played the Broncos
on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but on New Year's.
Oh my God, I'm going to be able to eat the 7 fish and watch Russell Wilson get his teeth kicked in. That's beautiful.
Oh well, yeah, I hope so. And then they play New Year's Eve against the Bills in Buffalo. That sucks, man. They got a tough ass.
Mac Jones, should he have over or under 4 passes?
I got to be honest with you, bro. I don't know many quarterbacks that could get through this schedule.
You need a top tier quarterback
with unscathed.
You need.
I think Mahomes would struggle too.
You need a Burrow.
I think they would all struggle though.
That's a hard schedule.
I think they could lose possibly 6 games
because the problem is those games are not separated. They're all bunched.
Oh, this schedule is crazy. Oh man, yeah, this is well under. I'm gonna hammer that actually on in Vegas.
Wow, so you're gonna fuck around and win like 11 games, and you're just gonna have a field day.
That's cool.
You're gonna have a field day with Bill Belichick.
At 7.5,
I won't have anything to say if Bill Belichick gets them to like 10 wins this year.
That would be crazy.
You'll have nothing to say. Over under 2.5 teams to make the playoffs from this division.
I got under.
So do I.
I got at 2.
I'm at like 1.5 to 2.
All right. Who you got?
I got the Jets and the Bills.
The Jets and the Bills to make the playoffs?
I think the Dolphins missed the playoffs.
I got the Dolphins and the Bills. I got the Jets out.
This is shaping up way too easy for the end of this year.
Out.
This division is going to be awesome to watch when it gets going.
It's going to be crazy, bro. I'm telling you, this division is going to be insane. So, and here's the thing. Like, I think the Jets are going to be floating with the wild card. I think I think they're going to lose an important game early in the season where it was like, damn, like we needed that win. And that's going to fuck them for the tiebreaker. I think
the Bills and the Jets are going to be fighting for the division and the wild card. I think they're both going to be in that because I think they're both going to be very similar. Like I said, I'm down on the Bills this year.
I mean, did you look at their schedule too, the Jets?
The Jets open up hard, but it balances us out.
Like, yeah, it does.
Like the Jets after
they play the Bills. They play in Dallas.
That's my favorite pick of the first week.
What?
The Jets beat the Bills on September 11th.
Oh, no way.
Absolutely.
No way.
Absolutely.
Oh, because of the storyline?
Oh, yeah.
I get it, but that ain't happening.
Oh, we'll see about that.
JA-17 is going to ruin that party for him.
Uh-huh. After the Chargers game, it lightens up. They got the Bills again, the Dolphins, and the Falcons, the Texans, the Dolphins.
That Broncos game ain't going to be easy, though. It's in Denver. I think that's going to be a dogfight.
That's going to be a dogfight because of what's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
But give me Aaron Rodgers all day long. Give me Aaron Rodgers. I can't even believe I'm saying this about Aaron Rodgers. That's how much I can't stand Sean Payton or Russell Wilson.
Well, they got a good defense in Denver, so
yeah, no, that's going to be a good game.
They might back their coach. They're going to back their coach too, though. Sean Payton, because those players were there last year.
Yeah,
they remember, and they're going to back his ass up.
Week 5,
it's going to be different.
Week 5 is the first time you can flex to the Sunday night game.
What do you mean?
You could schedule flex. Like if that's a 1:00 game when they play the Broncos, it could be flexed into the Sunday night schedule.
Who gets to say in that?
The league.
Oh,
the league's if it's like a big game, they'll flex it.
Oh yeah, I like that. Sunday night.
Yeah, so I don't know who that Sunday night game is of week 5. So who is your favorite?
Well, hold on. Let's talk about there's like the Jet schedule.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
So they got the Bills. They're in Dallas, right? Then they play the Patriots. Then they play the Chiefs in Denver, and then they play against the Eagles. Then they play in New York. Against, obviously, the Giants, same stadium, doofus. And then they play the Chargers. They play the Raiders in Oakland, or I'm sorry, in Vegas, at Buffalo versus the Dolphins versus the Falcons, which I don't think is going to be an easy game, personally. And then they play the Texans, easy. Then they play at Miami, Washington, at Cleveland, and at New England.
The AFC East is going to be fun because that's a tough schedule too. The Bills have a tough schedule, and so do
the schedule. Does lighten up though. I would say in December I think they could win every game in December.
But here's the thing: through up until week 5 with the Broncos, if they could get out of that 3-2, they're in good hands. If they can get out of that 3-2, like if they beat the Bills, they beat the Cowboys, they beat the Patriots, and then say they lose to the Chiefs and the Broncos.
Yeah.
That's 4-1, and then you got the Eagles coming to town. If they get to the Eagles and they're 4-1, that's a way to start the season with the way their schedule is.
After the Eagles, they're 4-1, or
I'm saying if they get to the Eagles and they're 4-1,
that would be a huge win for their season. Then my prediction would be way off because I think they're going to lose to KC. I think they could lose to Dallas, even though Aaron Rodgers owns Dallas. That is actually a thing. But
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly why I was going there.
Buffalo. I think that game it's going to be crazy in New York. Oh, damn, it is in New York. Opening night, September 11th.
Yep.
Monday Night Football.
Can't wait.
Oh,
can't wait.
That's going to be fucking awesome.
That's going to be a way to start off Monday Night Football.
Wow.
I can't wait.
That's going to be a banger. But I think they lose that game personally.
Who is your favorite fantasy player in this division?
Stephon Diggs. He's going to get 140.
For real?
What? Absolutely. He's going to get
100. I thought you were going to say Tyreek Hill.
Nah, he gets 150 targets. Dude, Stephon Diggs is a machine. Like, a Tyreek Hill is good, and I like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
But, like, I like Stephon Diggs' style more. Like, I know, like, I feel like he can go up and go get it.
I actually feel the same way. I was shocked you said that because to me it's Stephon Diggs because
oh damn, you said the same thing.
Yeah, that's why I was shocked. I thought you were going Tyreek Hill, but my point is you still have Jalen Waddle over there. Jalen Waddle is going to get run, and my point is like the Bills, again, they don't really have like that go-to second threat. Stephon Diggs gets those targets.
Yo, that Dalton Kincaid kid is going to be good.
He's a stud.
And they got Dawson Knox. If they were on 2 tight end
No, I
sets.
thought Dawson Knox left.
No, they got Dawson Knox.
They kept him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yo, if they were on 2 tight end sets with Diggs and
Dawson Knox
Gabe Davis
and Kincaid. At that point, Gabe Davis. But here's the problem with the Bills. The Bills have no 7-yard plays.
Well, they got to
unless
change
it's Josh
that.
Allen running. No, I'm saying, but if you could figure it out where you run 2 tight end sets, you get Diggs out there and keep Gabe underneath, that could unlock a whole new element. And that's going to give more room for Josh to run and get out of bounds instead of having to run over a linebacker.
Did you peep their schedule?
Who?
The Bills?
Let me check it out.
It looks good. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they have a tough stretch of games, but I think that's very favorable for them.
So I think they lose to the Jets opening night. They got the Raiders, the Commanders, the Dolphins, the Jags, the Giants, the Patriots, the Bucks, the Bengals. They got a pretty easy schedule. Well, it gets hard right after that Bucks game. Bengals, Broncos, that's a layup. But they play the Jets the week after the Broncos. The Broncos right there, that smells like a trap game. Because that could be a revenge game. If the Jets beat them week 1, that's a revenge game. That could be really important for the division. It's sandwiched between the Bengals, which that's a rematch from when they got smoked in the divisional round. Then you have the Broncos coming before the Jets. The Broncos, I love that bet on November 13th as the Broncos money line. But then you have the Jets, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Dolphins. So they end tough.
Wow.
But their beginning schedule is easy.
They got a tough schedule.
That week 1 schedule against the Jets is a big game.
It's going to be huge.
That's a big game for standings down the line.
I know. Absolutely. I'm telling you, that's why I think that's going to be the tiebreaker for me.
Yeah. This is awesome. The AFC East is going to be a lot of fun, dude.
It's going to be
fun. And now the Patriots, can they play spoiler? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Because they know the division. They'll be able to play the division.
Nah, they're going to play them tough.
That's a division game.
They're going to play the Jets tough.
Yeah, they get smoked by the Bills now. I don't show them, but again, they lost their.
They do. They get their ass kicked by the Bills.
The Bills just have their number right
now. It used to be the other way around.
And the Bills, just for whatever reason, they have Belichick's number. And it's really odd to say that. They just do. They can't come within 10 points of them. They just get blown off the field for whatever reason.
Yeah, it is. But
remember, they lost Leslie Frazier and they lost Dable last year. Can Josh Allen clean it up without Dable? That's something to see now too. He said he's going to be running less. That could help, but that could hurt because you don't want to pull back on your style of play.
Think about how dominant the Patriots were. Like Brady was 33-3 against the Bills. That's insane, dog.
That's crazy, dude.
33-3.
That's almost more impressive than Patrick Mahomes being 15-0 against the Broncos.
Yeah, that's true. Damn, 15-0.
He's 15-0 against the Broncos, and that's crazy. But 33-3.
Yeah, the Bills have been. They had up and down teams.
Yeah, but regardless, dude. That's 20 years of pure dominance.
That's ass whoopings right there, bro. He lost 3 times to the Bills in his whole career.
He's amazing.
That's fucking crazy.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. All right, last segment before we get out of here. Under center, God. Lamar Jackson edition.
Let's do it, baby.
Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's really, really disgusting.
I'll say Josh Allen. With some hesitancy.
That is so disgusting that you just dude. I can't.
They're on the same level.
That's crazy.
Same level. They're both runners. Josh Allen stays more healthy. Josh Allen puts up more stats because he's got a cannon. But Lamar Jackson's been more accomplished. Lamar Jackson has an MVP under his belt, some all pros. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are not as far off as people seem. It's just Josh Allen's arm strength is what people tend to lean towards. But Josh Allen got to give us some more. Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts. Sorry.
I ain't sorry about shit.
I don't care, yo. That one year that Jalen Hurts had was better than Lamar's MVP season. In my opinion.
The only reason he lost is because he got hurt.
That's some bullshit.
It was.
That is some bullshit.
It's bullshit.
He should have been the MVP in the Super Bowl. He was the best player on that field.
And it's not even a question.
And that's what kills me. It's like, what?
I wonder if he doesn't fumble, do you think he wins?
I think they win. That changed the whole game.
Oh, no. I'm saying, do you think even if he doesn't fumble, but they lose the game, could he still win MVP?
No. Mahomes was getting it all day.
Storyline.
Absolutely.
He also should have won an Oscar for the acting.
Absolutely. I've been screaming that. Go roll the tapes, bro. I'm dead. I was dead ass serious. And to this day, I'm
so mad that I didn't jump on that.
Bro, I showed you the clip and all. I was like, man, this dude is fucking
honestly, until I watched quarterback and I started doing it, I'm watching. I'm like, yo, that dude was really on, like Nick was really on to something. And I'm like, it was really crazy.
Yeah.
Open your eyes.
Theories, baby.
It was theories. Dak Prescott or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Sorry.
Dak Prescott, I think, hit his ceiling. I think Dak Prescott.
He's on the hot seat.
I think he's on the hot seat. I think he's in for a tough year.
Ooh, me too.
I think he's in for a tough year.
But I think the Cowboys are going to be pretty good. But I think Dak is going to be up and down. Like, I don't think he's going to be as impressive.
They're going to go as far as Dak takes them. How far can Dak take them?
Their defense is pretty solid, though.
Yeah, but if he can't protect the ball, it's irrelevant.
But he doesn't have, like, protection issues. Dak
played 12 games last year and had 17 and had 15 picks.
Yeah, but that was just 1 year. If we look at his whole history of his entire
it was
career,
like 10 a year.
It's really good.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
but
he's actually like really, really like solid with like, being good with the football. I mean, he had 10 like in 2021, 37 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and 10 picks.
What do you have in 22?
4 picks. I mean, I'm sorry, 2022 he had 15.
Oh, all right.
2020 he had 4 picks.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I think that's a bullshit kind of like overblown narrative in my opinion.
I just feel like it's
like
Mike
10,
McCarthy.
10 picks a year isn't that bad. I mean, you could throw two or three in one game, and then
and in Dak Prescott's defense, a lot of those were tip passes.
Yeah, I've seen that. We watched it.
Yeah, so I just feel like I think Dak Prescott's in for a tough year. I think he's got a lot of pressure on him to perform. They have a team that could win, that could get to the Super Bowl and win it. But you got Mike McCarthy calling plays now. Kellen Moore's gone. How's the offense going to look?
That's going to be a key.
You got Tony Pollard. Can he handle the full 3-down back workload? I like the addition of Brandon Cooks and Gilmore. But I think they're the second or third best team in the NFC. But can Dak Prescott keep it together? All right. Lamar Jackson or Justin Herbert?
I got Justin Herbert.
So do I. Reluctantly again. Because like I said, 1 game over 500, but Justin Herbert's got all the skill in the world. Jared Goff or Lamar Jackson?
I got to be honest, man. This one made me think, but I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
I'm going to go Lamar Jackson, but I'll be honest right here. This is what I'm going to say, and don't call me crazy, but after this year, this could change.
I was going to tell you I was going to say the same thing.
This could possibly change, bro.
But if Jared Goff puts up numbers, 35 touchdowns, 30 touchdowns with 6, 5, 6, 7
and the Lions make the playoffs and win division, hey,
you're going to start looking at it sideways.
I'm going to be like, hey, yo, put some respect on
depending on what
Goff's name.
If Lamar Jackson plays all year, they make the playoffs, what his stats are, you will look at that. Because at that point, Lamar's going to start the last 2 seasons he's been injured. So you're going to start looking at Lamar like, okay, that athleticism is wanting. Is he going to be able to throw you to the championship? Mm-hmm. Can he do that? And that's what I'm saying. Like
Jared Goff made the Super Bowl. It's like people forget.
That's like, what I'm talking about.
Honestly, bro, this is not a slam dunk on Lamar Jackson. I will be real as hell.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
I'll argue tooth and nail about it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. So I like, and going back real fast to like Allen, like I said, I think they're all in that same category. But at the end of the day, you have to look at the position. At the end of the day,
he's been successful, bro.
You know Josh Allen can throw you there.
Yeah.
You know he's going to be.
Oh, you mean Jared Goff?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know
he can. He's proved it.
He's a good quarterback, dude. Jared Goff is good.
He went toe-to-toe with Mahomes in a 50-point battle, and he won.
Yeah.
What's that tell you?
Lamar Jackson or Trevor Lawrence?
I'm going to go Lamar Jackson.
This is tough.
But again, after this year, it could change. But right now, this year, I want Lamar.
Bro, I like what Trevor Lawrence is.
Me too.
I really do.
I like Lamar Jackson. I've seen Trevor Lawrence throw three interceptions in 3 straight drives in the playoffs. I know they came back and all.
I'm going to go with you. I'm rolling Lamar Jackson, but I think that after this year, because I think Trevor Lawrence actually is a very good bet for MVP. I don't hate it. The storyline. Do you know the? He's plus 1,600.
Plus 1,600. That's actually pretty good.
I think that's worth $100 bet.
That's 1,600.
Because I love the storyline Trevor Lawrence could have.
I'm gonna check it.
I think he's in a weaker. I think he's in a weaker division, and I just feel like Trevor Lawrence could have a great year.
That's a great pick. I don't hate it. I actually kind of want to play it.
And here's the thing: since Trevor Lawrence is in a weaker division, why couldn't the Jags be the 1 seed? Why couldn't they? If they're as good as, if they're going to keep progressing, like the way they caught fire last year.
Do you think they could be the 1 seed in the AFC?
I think they could have an inside track because I think they could dominate their division.
Oh, so you're saying that that's actually not a bad idea.
If they go 5-1,
the Chiefs, I would argue, would be the
understand.
team that would be like, all right.
But if they go 5-1 or 6-0 in that division, why couldn't they win 13, 14 games and get to that?
Get the number one seed.
The number one seed. I'm not saying they'd be the best team in the AFC, but they could have the inside.
They would have the clear
to
path to get there easier than another.
Correct. Let me bring up their schedule.
That's actually not a bad idea, man. I actually kind of do like that. That's a great You just came up with that?
Yeah, I'm in my zone.
Yeah, you're on one.
So they start out with the Colts, then they have the Chiefs, the Texans, the Falcons, the Bills, the Colts, the Saints, the Steelers, the Niners, the Titans, the Texans, Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Bucks, Panthers, Titans.
They got a tough schedule. Because I think
they're a good team.
Like, when we talk about the Panthers, everybody thinks easy game, but I actually think the Panthers are going to be they're going to be tough.
But why can't the Jags have an inside track to sneak into that 1 seed? Why can't they, if they dominate in their division and they progress? They're getting Calvin Ridley back. They got a second year with Trevor Lawrence, ETN, and Doug Peterson, and Christian Kirk.
I bet you Calvin Ridley has October 1st circled.
Absolutely. Against the Falcons.
Are they playing in London? Because it's a 9:30 game.
They're in London. Oh, no, that might be the Mexico game.
Oh, I think you're right. It's October 1st, 9:30 in the morning.
They might be Mexico.
They're playing the Falcons. That's pretty
Mexico.
Cool.
That's what I'm saying with Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence is the real deal. I think Trevor Lawrence is coming.
So who would you have, Trevor Lawrence or Lamar Jackson?
Right now, I'm gonna stay with Lamar. I have to stick on. I have to stay with it. But because I don't
love my pick because I think Trevor Lawrence could really catapult himself, but I
still think Lamar Jackson is a little underrated by players. And I think that I think Lamar Jackson is I said it before. I think he's a better thrower of the football than people give him credit for.
Yeah, he just got to prove it. Absolutely. And that's okay. Like, you know what I mean?
And he just got his money.
Like to me, Trevor Lawrence, I still have my reservations, weirdly enough.
Because his first year was so bad.
Weirdly enough. Because
remember, they were 3-7.
Last year wasn't perfect for him either.
They were 3-7. But that experience he got, 28-0 down, 4 interceptions, and you come out and win that game.
That was unbelievable.
And then you go and play the Chiefs. Not for nothing, Kirk has to catch that deep pass for Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence put it on him to get them in position.
Against the Chiefs. I said that. I said, to beat that team, you have to
make those plays. Those are the only way to beat players like Patrick Mahomes.
They probably would have won that game.
Absolutely, because that would have been momentum change.
They would have been momentum, and they were driving to score another touchdown.
Yep, absolutely.
They were creeping right back in it, and then you saw the end of the game. It was like, damn, if he catches that, they would have fucking won that game. In my belief, because that was points off the board.
Yeah, absolutely. Last one before we get out of here: Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson.
Oh my God,
bro.
Aaron Rodgers. Fuck. Aaron Rodgers. Give me Aaron Rodgers. Nah, fuck that. Give me Lamar Jackson.
Give me.
Yeah, I honestly, this is the hardest one, dude.
That's a coin flip.
It is a coin flip because I don't know what Aaron Rodgers I'm getting. Am I getting the MVP from 2 years ago? Then I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
Me too. I would take Rodgers.
I'm taking Rodgers.
I would take Rodgers.
Give me Rodgers.
I have to. I just have to take him right now. I have to take Rodgers right now, and it hits me. I hate to say that. Because I love Lamar, but I have to go with Aaron Rodgers right now.
Yeah, me too.
I really do, Phil.
I think so too, because Aaron Rodgers is taking pay cuts. Lamar Jackson just got paid. Give me the hungrier guy. Yep.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that concludes episode 164. We'll be back next Tuesday. Theories, take it away.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also, follow us on all of our social platforms as you do not want to miss our daily content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And we will see you guys next Tuesday at P&I, baby. Peace.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put the peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinnage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba.